Denver is full of interesting neighborhoods, but Curtis Park really stands out. It's not only the city's oldest residential neighborhood, it's also one of the most architecturally diverse and culturally rich. You'll find history on every block here, from classic brick Victorians that are more than a century old to sleek modern homes that show off how this neighborhood is evolving. So whether you're a home buyer curious about the market or just someone who loves exploring Denver, let's dive into what makes Curtis Park such a special place to live. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Ryan Haarer, Denver area real estate agent and neighborhood guide here, and today we are taking a walk through one of my favorite historic areas in the city, Curtis Park. Curtis Park dates all the way back to the 1860s, making it one of the first residential neighborhoods in Denver. That was a time when this city was really just getting started, a gold rush town that was quickly growing into something bigger. The neighborhood developed around Denver's early streetcar line. People would hop on the trolley downtown and ride home to Curtis Park, which made this area incredibly desirable. That's why you see such an amazing collection of Victorian homes, Denver squares, and row houses that were built for the city's early professionals and families who wanted to be close to the action. The park itself, which the neighborhood is named after, was one of Denver's first public parks. It's been a gathering place for more than 100 years. Over time, the neighborhood has seen waves of change, from jazz and cultural history tied to the nearby Five Points neighborhood, to urban renewal, to the revitalization we see today. It's a neighborhood that has constantly evolved but always kept its character. Let's talk homes. Curtis Park is a dream if you love architecture with character. Walking through these streets, you'll see block after block of Victorian homes, tall, narrow, and often full of original details like stained glass windows, ornate woodwork, and wraparound porches. Many of these homes have been lovingly restored, blending original craftsmanship with modern updates like open kitchens and renovated bathrooms. You'll also find Denver squares, the classic boxy two-story homes with 4 rooms up, 4 rooms down. They're incredibly practical and have stood the test of time. In recent years, you'll notice new construction as well, with modern infill townhomes and condos that bring a completely different look and feel. I actually have a modern townhome for sale here right now. I'll link it in the description below. It's about $600,000, gets you 2 beds, 2.5 baths, a big main floor office, open concept living area, a little patio, and as we'll discuss later, a highly desired attached and private garage. As for prices overall in Curtis Park, there are actually a wide range of options. You're looking at anywhere from the mid-300s for a small condo or one of those single-level smaller townhomes built in the late 1800s, to larger condos and townhomes in the 500s, 600s. Modern townhomes like the ones I just showed you can go up to $1 million, even above that, all the way to $1.5 to $2 million for a large, fully renovated Victorian or Denver square. But the sweet spot for many buyers is in that $700,000 to $900,000 range, where you can often find a single-family home with both history and modern comfort. The market here can be competitive for those really well taken care of turnkey homes because people value the combination of character and location. But if you're someone who wants a walkable urban lifestyle without being right in the middle of downtown, Curtis Park is hard to beat. One of the biggest draws to Curtis Park isn't just the homes, it's the lifestyle. This is a neighborhood that really feels like a community. You'll see neighbors chatting on front porches, kids playing in the park, and plenty of people out walking their dogs. There's a mix of longtime residents who've been here for decades and newcomers who fell in love with the charm and the location. And that diversity creates a unique energy. You feel both the history and the fresh momentum of people investing in the neighborhood. The Curtis Park Neighborhood Association is very active. They host events, advocate for preservation, and keep neighbors connected. There's a real sense of pride here. And if you're someone who wants to know your neighbors, this is a good fit. It's urban, yes, but it doesn't feel anonymous the way some parts of the city can. Now, if you're a foodie, you are in the right place. Curtis Park is near some fantastic local spots, and it's surrounded by some of Denver's best dining districts. Let's start close by. Rosenberg's Bagels, legendary. People line up for the New York style bagels and they're worth the wait. Curtis Park Deli, another staple known for incredible sandwiches and a true neighborhood feel. For coffee, you've got a handful of cozy spots. Baristas know the regulars. Just a short walk away, you're in the heart of 5 Points, which is steeped in jazz history and still has the cultural heartbeat. And a few blocks the other direction, you're in Rhino, Denver's creative hub, full of breweries, street art, cocktail bars, and chef-driven restaurants. Some of my favorite restaurants are over there on Larimer Street. Cart Driver for pizza, Uchi for sushi, Death & Co for cocktails, Denver Central Market for lunch, and I'm just scratching the surface here. Living in Curtis Park means you're in the middle of it all, with some of the city's best nightlife and dining literally down the street. Of course, you don't just get city life here, you get outdoor space too. Curtis Park is extremely urban, but does have some green space, playgrounds, and sports courts, making it a great gathering spot for families and neighbors. You're also close to bike trails that connect you to downtown or out toward the Platte River. The neighborhood is so central, with really easy access to hundreds of miles of trails. And if you've got a dog, you'll quickly find out this is a very pet-friendly area. It is Denver after all. You'll see plenty of dogs and their owners enjoying sidewalks and parks. One of the reasons Curtis Park has always been popular is the location. You're less than 5 minutes from downtown Denver, which means an easy commute if you work there. You've got quick access to the major highways in Colorado, I-25 and I-70, so getting around the metro area is relatively simple. If you travel, you love being so close to the A line at 38th and Blake. That's the light rail that takes you straight to the Denver International Airport. And for day-to-day life, the neighborhood, as we've talked about, is very walkable and bikeable, some good bike infrastructure there. Add in the bus and the light rail options nearby, and you can really get by without depending on your car, but most people in Denver will say you need one. All right, let's break down some of the pros and cons because no neighborhood's perfect. The pros: Curtis Park is historic, walkable, and incredibly close to downtown. You've got culture, dining, nightlife, and community all rolled into one. The architecture here is some of the most charming in the city, and there's just something special about living in a neighborhood with this much character. And the cons: with historic homes may come some upkeep. If you're buying a 130-year-old Victorian home, be sure you get a thorough home inspection to understand where there may be needed repairs in the near future. Parking can also be tricky, especially on narrower streets. Remember, this is city living, so learn how to parallel. Look out for the parking enforcement trucks handing out tickets. This part of town gets busy on the weekends. In my opinion, Curtis Park is perfect for buyers who want the balance of history and convenience. If you love older homes with character, if you want to be able to walk to coffee shops, restaurants, nightlife, and if you love being part of a neighborhood that feels truly Denver, then Curtis Park might be the right fit for you. It's not for everyone. If you want brand new construction or big suburban yards, you might look elsewhere, but for those who love the energy of the city, the charm of historic homes, it's one of the best places to be. Thanks so much for joining me on this tour of Curtis Park in Denver. I love putting these neighborhood guides together, and I hope they give you a better feel for whether this could be the right spot for you. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home in the Denver area, I'd love to be your resource. I help clients all up and down the Front Range find the perfect homes that fit their lifestyle. Curtis Park is always one of the most fun neighborhoods to explore. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more neighborhood tours, drop a comment, and most importantly, shoot me a text to get going on finding your next home. See you next time.